welcome back to the Backcourt's mini podcast series where we are looking into each of the Suncorp Super Netball teams and how they went during the most recent contracting period. And so we are up to the orange team, the Giants. And quite fittingly, we're actually surrounded by orange, what's it called?
I don't actually know what this is called. It's the stuff you put around things you don't want people to walk on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what it's called. It looks like when you used to get 6-packs and then fish would get caught in them. Yeah. Those. No, we're talking about the Giants, Liv. And
let's get into it.
And look, the Giants signing window is probably only rivaled by the Lightning because they've got new players. They've got a new coach, and their social media airport arrival board really got tongues wagging.
Didn't it?
So the Giants, they finished 6th. They won 5. They lost 9. They look like they may never win a netball game again in the first half of the year. And then they came good because Casey Kapua turned up. Yeah. So anyway, they're in. Lucy Austin, Thunderbirds. We spoke about that on the Thunderbirds episode. Go back and have a listen if you haven't already. We're big fans of it. They said Casey Kapua did well. Let's go on a big signing of Casey's. And we got Casey Adamson from the Mavs reserves. And everyone I've spoken to, which includes 3 or 4 people that I trust for netball, have said she's a great person and this is well deserved. So that's good. Whitney Souness has come from the Pulse. Tell you what, the poor Pulse, they copped at this signing window, didn't they?
Didn't they get around it on
socials good on them.
Too?
They ran with it, but geez, they copped it. Jane Watson has come from the Tactics. So again, they said, you know what worked really well? A New Zealand veteran. Let's get another one. And then Hope White has been upgraded from temporary replacement player, and the new coach is Nerida Stewart. The outs, Joe Harten, retired. Gina Crampton, I think technically a delisting, she never played a game. Maddie Hay, delisted, bit harsh. Jamie Lee Price was let go early from her contract to play for the Mavericks, and Julie Fitzgerald retired. The 10, Lucy Austin, Sophie Dwyer, Matisse Leatherbarrow, Hope White, Casey Adamson, Amy Sligo, Whitney Souness, Erin O'Brien, Jodie Ann Ward, whose replacement player is Matilda McDonald. So she was technically delisted and then brought back on. And then Jane Watson. Liv, that's a whole lot to get through. The Giants, they're a sleeper in terms of how much they got done.
They had a lot of problems to fix, right? And the contracting period is the time when you can look at those problems, you can address those problems, and you can look to bring in some reinforcements.
And haven't they done that?
Haven't they done that? So, obviously with Lucy Austin coming in, that's a really big one. I'm really excited to see her come into a list where she'll probably be able to start, which is exciting.
Well, you would assume she's going to start if she's going to... Because why would you go from the Thunderbirds, who look like they're never going to lose a game again, according to us, to then go and sit on the bench for the Giants?
Well, exactly, right? But we got the shake-up that we're after at the Giants. I think what is going to be interesting for me looking at this list is I really felt like they were going to need to bring in some leaders, and I remember we spoke about this on a few earlier podcasts, but just not sure. They've got some players with experience, but it's going to be some of those new players that really have to step up and act as leaders. I think that it'll probably Jane Watson, she'll need to play a bit of a leadership role.
Absolutely.
She's obviously coming across from the Tactics. She's got some really great experience.
Well, and again, we're not as knowledgeable as our fine videographer today. Jane Watson's meant to be an absolute... She's one of the greats.
Yeah,
we're
getting
New
a
Zealand.
nod.
Yeah, we're getting a nod
behind the camera.
Yes.
But I think other than Jane, like Sophie Dwyer is almost the most experienced player.
Let me look at the 10. Yeah, Jodie Ann Ward's played a lot of netball, but she's injured. So, yeah, you're probably right. Sophie Dwyer, yeah. You're right. It's an exciting team, but it seems like the Giants are stuck in this, I'd say, this constant vortex of having a lot of exciting talent on their list, but they can't balance it right.
Yeah.
With, like you said, the experience. They've sort of lost. They don't have, and especially losing Jamie Lee and Maddie Hay and Kate, you know what I mean? So, look, I'm excited by it too. Casey Adams, talk me through her, because I knew she'd done well for the Mavs reserves.
Yes.
And I knew she'd done well in the VNL. And she's one of those people that close to my heart. She's just kept at it for years and years and years. Yeah. So tell me more.
So Casey Adamson, to put it kind of brutally, she was the collateral damage of the Collingwood Magpies.
And wasn't there plenty of it?
Yes, there was plenty of collateral damage, but Casey was probably one of the ones that really copped it. She had kind of gotten to a point at the Pies where she'd played a couple of games as like as injury replacement players. Or there was a game where the Pies they were basically all taken out with COVID, and she played in that game in round 14.
So she's played Super Netball before.
She has
Yes.
played Super Netball before, but she basically, she was probably up for Ash Brazz's spot when she retired from the Pies. But then with the team leaving the league, it meant that she kind of was left a little bit in the lurch. Left in the lurch?
Lurch.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Left in the lurch.
Lurking would be
So-
like someone standing over there
yeah.
just observing.
Okay. So basically, she was playing really well at the Pies. The Pies left the league. She then did her knee playing VNL the following year. So then she spent a year rehabbing that knee, and then she was back at VNL this year in 2025, where she ended up winning the best and fairest in the Victorian Netball League. So
Who did she play for? Do we know? Was it the Burundara Express? I'm not sure.
good. I think I'd know if she was a good Burundara girl.
Wow, don't we all? There are some great names in the VNL.
I think she
now
played
now
for
we've got
Casey.
people googling it.
Oh, no.
Did she-
Burundara
Casey-
Express,
Yeah,
you're right.
yes,
I'm
go
right.
The,
I don't
go
know.
the Express.
I don't know the good Burundara girls.
We're both Burundara people.
We are Burundara
Well, I'm an
people.
adopted Burundarian.
Yeah, I'm born and bred.
Yes.
You're a, what do they call it?
Yeah, well,
You're
we're
an import
no,
to
yeah.
the Burundara City Council.
Yarra Rangers, Maroondah. Two
Yeah.
of the great councils.
Um,
Go the Express. No,
Yes.
Casey. So she did her knee and then has come back this year to win the MVP and get a contract.
she has. So it's been a good year for
It has.
Casey.
It's been a good year to be a Casey if you're a Giants person. I already mentioned off the top there, Tilly McDonald. So she did her ankle early in the year, which meant that Erin O'Brien was pretty much told you'll probably have to do all of it. And then I don't think she hit the court in the end, Tilly McDonald. If she did, she didn't hit it often. As we said there, she's been given the replacement player contract for Jodie M. Ward.
Yeah, which is a bit of a...
I know, but also it's a bit of a fuck you, but also they're giving her a lifeline. They could very easily have given it to another youngster
Yeah.
in New South Wales or across the country. So you can look at it either way. And we know Tilly at her best is up to the level. She's
Yeah.
played Fast Five. She's been in these squads. So actually,
Look,
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I think it is. I think you're right. It is a bit of a lifeline. I really like watching Tilly McDonald play.
well, she's in your vibes team.
She's in my vibes team, and she's got vibes.
Yeah. She's
and
full
so
of them.
I think she'll help to sort of bring a bit of energy to the Giants in a team that feels very new. Their midcourt is basically entirely new. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how Whitney will play.
Yeah. Well,
and obviously
Whitney.
Casey.
What do we know about Whitney Souness? Because I'm led to believe she's very, very good.
Yeah, so she is.
She's a wing attack from memory, centre wing
I think
attack.
she plays centre.
She may have to. You would say, looking at this list, she'll have to play more centre because, well, depends. It depends on how Casey goes in the preseason. Because if Nerida thinks Casey's obviously she's mature, so if she thinks Casey's the go, Souness probably goes into wing attack and Hope White plays a similar role as she did this year.
Yeah. She's been playing for the Pulse, but she's also played for the Ferns for a few years.
Yeah.
So she knows what she's doing. I think she'll probably slip into centre.
But they've got Sliger in wing defence, who obviously is in the Diamonds' view,
Yeah.
right? So then you've got Erin O'Brien, who's a similar one, and then Jane Watson. So I think the back four, or the back three in particular,
Yeah.
defensive third that's looking good. You've got O'Brien and Sliger, and then Watson to just sort of tell them what to do, steady head.
Yeah.
Sophie Dwyer's a gun. We know Lucy Austin at her best is a gun. So there's a question mark, but there's excitement. It'll just be finding that balancing act of who plays centre and wing attack.
Yeah.
Obviously, Souness will play one of them. It's just whether you go with Hope White or Casey Adamson. So there's a lot of excitement around the whole thing. And then obviously there's a new coach, Nerida.
There is Nerida, who it's a stable sort of decision, right? I
Mhm.
think you'd expect that they've been
What's similar?
Nerida
It's
has
basically
probably
the same as
known-
promoting Di Honey, isn't it?
Well,
'Cause
exactly.
it's the assistant coach.
If that's what happens at the Vixens, we don't know that yet. But yeah, I think Nerida. She's obviously been assistant coaching with Julie for years,
Mhm.
so it'll be interesting to see what changes she makes from a coaching perspective. Like the team is obviously quite different, but how are they actually going to be able to sort of rebuild?
Well, I think they knew, but I suspect that Nerida has had a lot more time to plan ahead because they got her in to be assistant coach a couple of years ago, maybe the start of last year. So this was always
Yeah,
on the cards.
I think it's been on the cards.
Whereas it looks like the Vixens, they hadn't thought as far ahead. So, and she's got great success with the Kelpies. So she knows how to win, albeit
Yeah.
pretty easy to win as the Kelpies coach. But nonetheless, she's a winner. Look, a lot going on.
Then it'll just be interesting. I think Casey Adamson could be their centre with Whitney Souness in wing attack.
And then it means Hope White.
Feeding into Lucy Austin and Sophie Dwyer.
I'm disappointed for Matisse because I still think Matisse can be a starting goal shooter, but I do understand that Lucy Austin's clearly got a lot of pedigree in the eyes of important people. So it looks like Hope White, and then I think a lot of people want Hope White to be the starting wing attack, but you got to remember she's only 18, 19.
Yeah.
So she had a good year this year, but when you're 19, people figure out how to play on you. I think it's good. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Casey will get the first start, but there's a lot of water to go under the bridge.
But yeah, I think if we come back to that move, that Lucy Austin moving into the Giants, I think once again it reiterates our theory around Stacey Marinkovic being really focused on, with diamond selection, it comes down to combinations, right? So she'll come in and she'll be playing with Sophie Dwyer at the Giants, which gives Marinkovic another option. With
You're big on Marinkovic just having pairs she plays. Yep. She's tied a rope
I think
to
she
them.
likes
they
pairs.
can only play together.
Yeah, so now she's going to have, obviously, at the Vixens, she's got Kipper and Soph. Then at Lightning, we're going to have Cara and Danelle.
Yep.
And then there's going to be another goal-in combo at the Giants with Lucy and Sophie. So I think, and that Lucy and Sophie combination, I think will probably play for quite a few years. And if they can develop that up and create a really good thing, that could be the goal-in combination that we see in the 2027 World Cup.
Whoa.
I think so.
We're just doing signing reviews here.
I think this could be what takes the Diamonds into the future.
Okay. I think more likely Lucy got told by the Diamond selectors, we like you, but you're going to have to play. We can't actually pick you for the team off matrix form.
Yeah, exactly.
So, no. All right. Grades. Now, again, as a reminder, we're doing both on the 10 and also the quality of the actual excitement of the window. I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first.
I've got them as a B because I like the excitement that they went out and they've done some stuff and they've gone different. They could have easily just signed heaps of experienced players, especially with New Zealand opening up its borders, and obviously there was a few English people that were rumoured to wanting to come over.
Yeah.
But what they have done is they're going to place a lot of pressure on young mid-quarters or inexperienced because... Let's say Souness she can only play in one spot.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of pressure on Sligo to go from being second fiddle to the main person.
Yeah.
Or there's a lot of pressure on Casey Adamson in her first full year to run the show. Or there's a lot of pressure on Hope White I've just accidentally given people the bird. Or there's a lot of pressure on Hope White as a 19-year-old to run the show.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm giving it a B.
I'm giving them a B+.
Right.
Because I think that they've made some really great signings, and we're probably it's got potential for some huge progress for the Giants off the back of the season that they had. But I'm skeptical on how well it'll connect.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of excitement whether it will click. Let us know your thoughts, Giants fans. We're huge fans of what you're doing. We don't know how quickly it'll work. Good luck to Nerida. We will be back soon with our one on the Mavericks, and now that one is a juicy one, Lee.
Yeah,
so keep your eye out in your pod feeds. Like we said, always rate and review. We'll be back soon.